the next point that we're going to talk about is, when you come up against that bit of a wall and you feel a bit stuck, sometimes maybe the motivation's not quite there, or you're struggling to find that spark that was there before. And I just want to make it clear to people that motivation is not just something that just happens or you're born with. Just like, I guess the best way I've learned this is by studying a few people like Michael Jordan, for once, is one of my heroes, and Chris McCormack. Read his book as well, and they both, they're both highly successful in their sports, right at the top, and both of those guys both speak about tapping into different ways to motivate themselves. Like Michael Jordan talks about constantly, every day, drawing on things to get himself motivated to go out there and to improve himself in training and to be the best person out there on the court. And finding different things like along the way, it's always different. And Chris McCormack was the same after his success with his stuff over in Europe, and then going back into to get himself re-motivated for over the long course stuff over in Hawaii. He then probably hit a bit of a wall himself, and he went and found some greater purpose to motivate himself. And one of the things that he did was draw on the death of his mother and bring awareness into cancer. So just using those couple of guys there to make it aware that motivation just doesn't come naturally. It's something that you have to work on. Those guys are obviously naturally highly competitive, which we all have some competitiveness in us, and it's just kind of humbling for us to hear that they do get to points where they have become unmotivated, but it's not about there whether you give up. It's then finding some new stuff to bring it in so you can keep going to achieve those goals, those bigger, greater goals that we all want to move towards. So motivation, when it's gone, you can create it. And I recently went through this myself with, moving forward with chasing my triathlon goals, and realised that, I needed to release some fear as well, and find some new, just rehash some points of motivation to myself. So, it's really important if you can tap into yourself and find out what that greater purpose is of why you're doing what it means to you, what motivates you to get out there. You can keep reminding yourself of these things. Like I spoke before about new experiences, etc. It's about, possibly about that personal journey and something that you're trying to learn for yourself. Another point of motivation might be competitive. So, finding others that, seeking out others that are better than you, that you can work up to achieving that level. That's good, and it's okay to be competitive. Recently listened to a little thing from Glynis Nunn, and who's an Olympian from the past, and she spoke about as a child how she was always the first to everything. She had to be first to the car and first in the front door and everything like that. They're just some people are just born with a natural bit of competitiveness, but everyone that's probably watching this video has, definitely has some level of competitiveness. So draw on that, and it's okay to be competitive and to want to, better yourself, and that's fun, maybe you got a point to prove to someone. That's fine. And also, at the end of the day, it makes us feel bloody great when we're exercising. I'll vouch for that. Makes life a lot easier. And then also, maybe it's something to do with family as well. Leading example, or making him proud, that sort of thing. It's good and inspiring. So